Yeah, so hello guys, welcome to the short introductory session about the ACET examination. In this session, we are going to cover introduction about the ACET exam, that is Actuarial Common Entrance Test, how it is conducted, what is the eligibility criteria, what is the registration fees, what is the syllabus, and all that sort of important things. So yeah, let's start. First of all, the ACET examination is a MCQ based 100-mark examination. The examination will have 70 questions. Time given for solving the 70 questions will be 3 hours, and the distribution of marks is shown as 45 questions for 1 mark. Let me write the 1 mark, 20 questions for, let's say, 2 marks. Sorry for my bad handwriting. Actually, I'm not used to this writing using the pen tab. I'll try my best to improve the writing. And the last remaining 5 questions will be of 3 marks each. So 15 plus 20 plus 45 equals to, sorry, 15 plus 40 plus 45 equals to 100 marks, and a total of 70 questions. Okay, so the subjects that ACET covers, or the allocation of marks between subjects, is given as follows. The mathematics and statistics parts contains 30 marks questions, or 30 marks weightage each, and the DI, that is data interpretation part, contains 15 marks. English is of 15, and LR is, being the smallest, have 10 marks weightage. So as you can see, the most important aspect of the syllabus is mathematics and statistics. Um, the distribution of marks also shows that the 60 mark, the whole 60 marks weightage, that is 60% of the paper, is given to only mathematics and statistics. uh, Studying mathematics and statistics is also important through for giving the further actual papers like CM1, CS1, CS2, and CM2. So these 4 papers are a little bit, what we say, mathematics and statistical papers. They have a lot of statistics involved. So studying mathematics and statistics become an important part of the ACET examination, and studying them well is also very important, because if we are not going to understand the basics very correctly, or not getting our foundation right, then it would be problem in the further papers. We can clear the ACET by just having decent mathematics and statistics. Then the other 3 also contains the weightage of 40 marks, like English and LR part is generally considered as easy. So securing 25 marks is it little bit less difficult. Okay, I'd say that it is less difficult in securing marks in LR and English part, and DI is considered as somewhat difficult, because the questions that we face in data interpretation part, that we have not faced till time now, like till 11 12 standard, we have not done some data interpretation like things, or analysis type of things. So it can be considered as tough, but don't, you need not worry about it. We are going to cover each and everything. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is the eligibility. Yeah, eligibility for the ACET examination. So any person who have cleared 10 plus 2, the structure that we currently follow, that we used to follow according to new education policies, it is now removed. So any person basically who have cleared his 12th standard can appear for ACET examination. Um, Other eligibilities is for any degree, diploma, any degree diploma person can appear for it as well. Like person might have done engineering or BSc in some field like in economics or something. Those also can appear the ACET examination. So eligibility is not that complicated. Any person who have cleared 12th standard can give the ACET examinations basically. And the after eligibility, we can say that yeah, the pass mark for ACET examination is 50%. Like out of 100, we have to score only 50. So as I said earlier, it becomes a little bit easy that if we are not in as good as like we are not that good in mathematics and statistics, then also securing 50 marks will not be that hard. But that should not be the case if you are studying ACET, or if you are going to study actuarial science, then you need to be good in maths and stats, or you need to have some basic understanding about these things. So another thing that we can talk about is the ACET exam dates. So ACET examination is basically conducted by Institute of Actuaries of India, and it is conducted around 2 to 3 times in a year. It depends on the institute. It can be held twice a year or thrice a year. It depends on the institute, as I said earlier. The other thing is the registration fees. Registration fee is, as of now, the institute is charging 500 rupees for the registration of ACET examination. And after the registration fees, let me clarify that in this 50% pass mark, there will be no negative marking, and after that it will be a home based online examination. Yeah, we have to sit at home and then give the ACET examination, basically home based online. Yeah, the time frame allowed for the examination is already, as I mentioned, is 3 hours. So yeah, so mostly all the things that I wanted to cover or wanted to discuss about the ACET examination are done. The Now let's look about sorry take a look to the syllabus, syllabus of each subject. Okay, let's start with the mathematics and statistics. Yeah, statistics. So the syllabus of mathematics and statistics is somewhat similar to what we have studied till now, or there may be other different things that you might not have studied till now, but most of the things will be that you have studied till now. So the first thing that mathematics and statistics involve is notations and functions. notations functions. Second is numerical methods. Third is the algebra part, the quadratic equation, the linear equations that we have solved in 10th 12th standards. Yeah, then vectors and matrices. Students from the commerce background might not have studied vectors till now. Yeah. So vectors will be a new thing that we will be studying for the commerce background people. And the most important, yeah, most important part of the mathematics syllabus are differentiation, and integration. Sorry, differentiation and integration. Uh, we might have studied differentiation and integration in 11th 12th standard, but we are going to study them more deeply, or understanding the fundamentals, what is differentiation used for, and what is integration and all that things, because differentiation and integration are the two aspects that are further going that are going to tested further as well, like in the other papers of CM, all the basic CM and CS series. They they have a lot of differentiation and integration involved in them. So you need to be good at the differentiation and integration, or I would say that you need to be practicing differentiation and integration a lot. Okay. Yeah, so now I will start with the syllabus of statistics. The syllabus of statistics basically involves, uh, at the first look, if you see the syllabus on the website of Institute of Actuaries, you might feel that the syllabus is very overwhelming, because there is a lot of things written in the syllabus of that. But the syllabus is not that much if you look that way. The first thing that the syllabus contains is the permutations and combinations, the same NCR wala things. And the second thing that the syllabus contains is types of data. The types of data includes basically statistical diagrams, bar chart, histograms, and all sort of things. Then there is measures of locations and spread. Measures of location basically involves the calculations of mean, median, and mode, and spread involves the further measures like range, interquartile range, variance, and standard deviations, and all that things. And we will say that yeah, like integration and differentiation are important for mathematics part. Probability is a most important part of statistics part. And I would say the along with probability, yeah, this and this random variables and distributions are also an important part of the syllabus, because not for the ACET examination, but for the papers also, these three things will be very important to us. All the further papers involve three things in collaboration, like we will be given to define random variables, then we are going to use the different kind of distributions like the binomial, Bernoulli, and all that distributions to find the probability. We can use distributions to find probability, or we can use the other method, like the basic methods, divide by using the chances, using the total outcome upon the number of time it can happen, that basic probability equation. So after random variables and distributions, the other thing that is in the syllabus is correlation and regression. Correlation is basically the means the relation of two variable, like how two variables are related, if x is related to y or not. All these things are in correlation, and regression is a thing in which the correlation is used and we do some sort of analysis out of it to predict things. Regression is not as deeply covered in the ACET syllabus. It is more deeply covered in the CS1 syllabus. So we are not going to deep dive in regression part in the ACET. We are going to cover just what is given to us in the syllabus. Okay. And the next thing after mathematics and statistics syllabus, there are three subjects remaining. Okay. So these three subjects are firstly English, DI, and LR. Sorry, I'm using the shortcuts for writing. Let me erase that. Yeah. So the syllabus of English, mm, yeah. So the syllabus of English, uh, syllabus of English basically contains everything that we have studied till our 12th standard, like the comprehension part, the verbal ability, basic things like sentence correction, filling the blanks, analogies and reverse analogies, synonyms and antonyms that we have studied till means the basic English part. Um, the syllabus is what we can say is we have studied grammar part in our 10th, 11th, and 12th standard. Like in the English papers, we used to deal with some section called as grammar section. English is basically that part of the section, and plus we have vocabulary and comprehension things. So I'm not writing the syllabus of the English as um, there can be a lot that could be in the syllabus. There is no exhaustive list for it, the syllabus. So the DI parts contains something called as tables, column graphs, and all that kind of graphs, bar graphs, line charts. There is the pie chart, Venn diagrams, and caslets. Caslets or caslets, I don't know how to pronounce it. The syllabus of logical reasoning also has a lot to it. Like it firstly starts from the number and letter series, which is basic things. Letter series. So number and letter series is what we mm, sorry, letter is not written completely. Yeah, number and letter series is what we have seen in, you might have seen in the competitive exams as well, if you have given any, that we will be given like with four numbers like 5, 6, 8, 18, and we are going to, we are means we will be asked to predict the next number based on the previous pattern, like what was the pattern. You have to basically analyze the pattern of the last four numbers and have to predict the next number from the options and then give the answer. This is what we are going to be asked in the number and letter series. Same can be used with the letters as well. The other thing on the syllabus is calendars. Calendars we might be asked to predict the date, like what will be the we might be given the date of some 50 years back and will be asked what was the day at that time. These are all things we are going to learn in our journey. I'm writing, not writing all the things, writing just the important things that we can understood right now. Sorry, actually this thing I'm not quite used to this writing. Let me zoom in, then I'll write. Yeah, seating arrangement. And blood relations. For the blood relation, let me give you an example that uh, you might be asked that if Rakesh is son of Mukesh, then Mukesh is a father of Suresh, then what is the relation of Rakesh and Suresh? Basically, that kind of things will be asked in the blood relations. Um, blood relations are more in the sense can be called as uh, defining the relation between the two person. Okay, yeah. So there are other things to the syllabus of LR as well, right? Like binary logic, logical sequence, logical matching, that are all given on the website of IA. You guys can see that by searching the ACET on the IA website, or I might be providing the a full PDF of the syllabus. That depends. So yeah, this is basically all the things that I wanted to cover in the introductory session of the ACET examination, and I hope this might have helped you guys in understanding the ACET examination and the syllabus of it as a whole. Um, so I'll end the session now. Thank you. Thanks for attending.